Good evening, everybody. This is Lunaris Eleron, and I'm gonna talk about my first impression of this anime called Musume Pretty Derby. And this anime is about horse girls. Yes, horse. So it's about this horse girl competing, joining a school, and then try to become the best horse girl in Japan by racing in competitions. So the plot is a fairly basic club anime plot, but this anime is based on a game, on a MOBA game. So there's a bunch of other horse girls that clearly characters you can get in the game, but since this is an anime, they only focus on one of them. So this anime is very vanilla, as in so far after 4 episodes, it's very vanilla in case that after 4 episodes, it does really nothing to stand out from your standard club anime formula. If it's not because of its fairly decent art quality, I wouldn't have watched it. During the action scenes, at least it has good energy and good energy to carry the scenes, but just from the story alone and from the characterization alone, it's kinda boring and kinda standard and boring. So in terms of art quality, it's okay. It's pretty good if you are being charitable. The quality of the overall quality of the art does not goes down much after 4 episodes, which is good. And it has a decent color. The color is pretty pretty strong. If you like into that, I personally prefer lighter color scheme, but whatever. What my problem about this anime is that, as I said, it's very vanilla, but you don't have to be vanilla. I don't like the direction of this anime because it located the plot is located in a school for horse girls where they train to race in the horse tracks. I don't know what it's called, the place where you gamble and bet which horse will win. The plot revolves around that, and the main character is a newbie, just newly joined the school and tries to be the best. Yes, I don't like the very standard plot either, but if you pilot it correctly, it can be a good anime, a good entertaining anime. But after 4 episodes, I'm not convinced because first, the characters, the main character, the protagonist is boring. It's your standard Genki, motivated, excitable, kinda stupid girl, and she is your standard, like, I will do my best, and then I will train hard. Like that, there's no nuances in the character so far. And the bigger problem is that everyone else is pretty much doesn't really is are not really relevant. This is what I hated about some anime adapted mobile game adapted anime. Usually do like this. They have many characters, but they decided to focus on one, having a central character. But then the central character, him or herself, are usually very fairly standard and boring. I mean, like, they can do this direction, as in, instead of focusing one, focus on everyone. Give everyone uh, their own limelight. Like, don't try to have a single central character. But I know the logic that why, when you try to produce an anime, you want to have a central character. I know the reason, but it does not make a good story, does not make a fun story, because especially with how the main character is written so far, a very standard character that is motivated to race, and then get feels down when she lost, and then something happened, is motivated by other characters, and then rise up again to take on the challenge, and then becomes better, and she actually have talent, some hidden talent, something like that. Okay, the plot is very basic. The main character is very basic, very standard, but the way it is handled does not makes me want to watch it. I said that you don't have to be original to make an anime fun. But One Musume definitely did nothing to make me invested in the protagonist. And worse, as I said, the other characters do not really do not feel relevant because they really feel tropey. Because you know mobage design character designs usually will usually have give one character one quirk, one trope, and then design their entire character based on that trope. So it does not matter, and their interaction, their dialogues are very standard. As in, it does not have good moments, good dialogues, good exciting exchanges between the characters. Basically the humor is like the humor aspect is also very lacking. The humor and interaction between characters does not really build their characters like some other anime I've watched, like Love Life. But how about the action? The action is has high energy and sometimes can get exciting, but the problem is this is anime about running, and I've watched another anime called Prince of Stride. It's an anime also about running, but it is also a team game, team game where a runner runs and then they will switch to a second and third and fourth runner. So it also has a team. It has a team element to it. It is much more exciting than this. This is basically one person run across a track and then try to get the first try to get number one. The action has good energy, but how should I say this? It lacks a defining action. It lacks something like, you know, like if you play football, you have if you have good passes, you have good blocks, good dribbling, something like that. But in this anime, most of the running is it's just running. Despite how the last episode, I hated the action in the fourth episode. I really hate that. I don't want to spoil it, but basically, I don't want to spoil it, but I really hated the running scene, the race scene in the episode 4. So the music is overall unremarkable, unmemorable, not memorable. So really, that's it. Everything about this anime is very basic, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it. It has decent art. That's the only thing that still carries it. Otherwise, I would have dropped it long time ago. Anyways, I'm gonna try to make more videos. If you are still listening, thank you, and goodbye.